can stop a god.
Hello everybody and welcome back to Vecna Eve of Ruin here on Dork Tales. I hope you're all doing well. I'm your Dungeon Master, Kelly. How you seeing him? And folks, we are headed back into the world of Eberron to do a little more snooping around for a magic doodad. I'm very excited to be hopping back into game, and we have some wonderful players with us tonight. Why don't we go ahead and meet them, starting with Christine.
Hello, I am Christine. I use she, her pronouns, and tonight I get to play Rosie Thistledrop, our gnomish artillerist artificer. And I'm not quite fully in costume because my bus didn't show up. So I got home barely on time to bolt some food, put something on, and get in front of the camera. So
we're just happy you're here.
I'm here.
You're here.
I even have a costume, but I'm really cold, so I'm wearing a blanket instead.
Nice. Next to you, we have, in most of the costume, after some laser tattoo removal, Robin.
Hi. Yes. I had it's a long day. It's a long week with Puppy. And Puppy needs puppy stuff. So Lir'wen is going disguise self to get rid of her tattoos, as well as she's just purposely hiding her ears. But yes, I'm Robin. I use she, her pronouns, and so does Lir'wen, our way of the astral self, moon elf, who uses she, her. I said that already. Anyways, Dog is in crate. Crate training is going well, and so we'll see how far we get tonight before we need to stop and take a break so I can let him out to pee. Or I'll have to just leave and go take him out to pee.
True. All right. Hey, next to you, or I guess beneath you, we've got Chris.
Hello, I'm Chris. I go by Blogg in the chat. Use he, him, or they, them pronouns. Really excited to be here, and especially in Eberron, because it's an amazing setting, and I love it. And yeah, I get to play Gaunt, the reborn Hexblade Warlock.
Nice. We like Gaunt. Gaunt's a good time. You know who else is a good time? It's Imogen, played by Jen.
Hey, I'm Jen. I use she, her pronouns, and I play Imogen, our human fighter blender. That's her specialty class now. It's not champion anymore. It's her subclass. Yeah, it's not champion. It's blender.
Okay, I'm adding that to my notes. And hey, cool. Finally joining us in the corner is someone you're going to be seeing a lot of. In fact, you're going to be seeing them in 2 games a week as the same character for a little bit. It is Caitlin, I think. Could be anybody behind the mask.
It really could be. But hi, it's Caitlin today. I use she, her pronouns, and Zelf generally does too. She is a Warforged, Peace Cleric, Alfred. And it's very nice to meet everyone.
Perfect. All right. And hey, our final party member is, of course, Bookwyrm Games. Bookwyrm Games is your place to go to get dice. They're dice that'll make you feel nice. And you can go get some right now at bookwyrmgames.com for 15% less than you would normally pay by using code DorkTales. Also, if you're in the Kelowna area tomorrow, you can go see, tomorrow if you're watching this live anyway, on November 30th, they're going to be present at the Kelowna Comic-Con Yule event, which doesn't allow puppies, so I don't know how we're getting in there, but we're going to go say hi to them. So we might be around there sometime, so come buy some dice, get some cool stuff from Bookwyrm.
For Baby Bjorn.
Baby Bjorn? Baby Bjorn?
He doesn't bark.
No barking into Baby Bjorn? That's a lot of bees. We'll see what we can do. And we'll just dress him up. We'll put a little hat on him and some sunglasses like he's Captain America. No one will notice.
Listen.
Listen.
That would be adorable.
It would be fucking adorable. All right, new photo op after game.
I have a fuzzy hat for him for when he gets here. It looks like a little polar bear head. It's
That
gonna
is-
go around his head and his ears stick out, and I'm forcing him to wear it at some point. 'Cause
Yeah, I mean, it's the law.
so cute.
Robin, you are required right now to go and look for a baseball cap and dog sunglasses. Well, it's not your turn.
On Amazon? Got it.
I don't care where you get them. You find them. I need pictures of Puppy Man. Right? But hey, Bookwyrm Games is going to be there. And hey, if you use code DorkTales in person, just like use it on the download, they'll give you that discount in person. Bookwyrm Games is absolutely fantastic, and we love them so much. So thank you for supporting us, Bookwyrm Games. Go check them out right now to get some really amazing dice. You will not regret the dice that you buy. And with that, folks, Vecna Eve of Ruin is brought to you by Tecna, our technological overlord who likes to throw wrenches into the works. We are going to have a slightly shorter game tonight because we had a lot of technical issues getting going, but I love you very much. We're going to see how far we can go. Besides that, I need to thank everybody for being patient. If you didn't hear, we got a puppy after last Vecna, and so Robin and I have been crate training him prior to my return back to Vancouver Island with Puppy, and he has been, he's getting better, but he has been an absolute nightmare, so we had to cancel a couple of games this week, and I hate canceling games, but we're back for Vecna, and he's presently being quiet in his crate as far as I can hear. So that's pretty dope.
He's being quiet in his crate. He's fine.
He's a good boy.
He's an adorable little nightmare.
He is an adorable little nightmare.
That is the correct description of that of this puppy.
I am curious to experience the talkiness at me at some point. Because
When
I
they're
can
too
see
quiet,
he clearly
though.
likes to talk at you.
When
a
they're
lot.
too quiet, though, you know they're up to no good.
Right.
Just putting that out there.
When it's that noisy, it's like, okay, why have you gone silent? You're
Why
either asleep or you're doing something wrong.
If you were here on World Building Wednesday, you would find out that it was because he was peeing. Every time I had to go off camera, he was trying to pee or eat something. So hey, it was fun. But
Wasn't he also trying to eat you?
he was trying to eat me. He
Yes.
was like,
You
I
should
had
see the barrier that we have now in the house to keep him from getting too crazy.
Yep. It doesn't work. But folks, last time on Vecna Eve of Ruin, you all traveled to the land of Eberron, where you met up with Zoe, a Warforged cleric of Brig, who was there to guide you through the lands of Mount Ironrot in your search for the third piece of the Rod of Seven Parts. As you were traveling there, you also learned that the area known as Mount Ironrot in the Mournlands is particularly difficult to traverse. Checks to use survival face disadvantage, and magical searching technology, any type of divination that locates things, tends to go really haywire. However, there's a way around this. If you acquire an ancient relic called a docent, you are going to be able to find what you are looking for by combining it with the existing rod pieces. You are going to be able to find where the third rod piece is. The problem is, docents are hard to come by, and you are going around looking through giant, colossal robots, giant robots even, mecha, to go and find one of these things, but it appears that most of them have been pilfered so far. In your search, you came across a group of marauding warforged sworn to someone called the Lord of Blades, made quick work of the four of those renegades, and then came across some old veterans of the Turquoise Spear Company, that are trying to find money to get the hell out of the Mournlands and live a good life. They asked you to intervene in a bit of a problem that they are having with some local warforged that have set up camp in a town called Iarno to the northish. You agreed to do so and help them in return for a docent, perhaps, because apparently these warforged are hoarding ancient relics. With that, you turned in for the night at the camp with these veterans, and that is where we called game. Does anybody have any questions, comments, or concerns before we begin? Perfect. I love it. I love it when it goes silent.
Not concerned or questions, but I did find matching baseball hats for owner and dog.
Perfect. That's all I ever needed. All right. So folks, without further ado, let's hop into Vecna Eve of Ruin right here, right now on Dork Tales. Let's do it. The campfire keeps you throughout the night. You find yourselves warmed, comforted, and well rested. The meager supplies that you have on your possession and the supplies shared with you by the members of the Turquoise Spear, they sit warmly in your stomach, along with the high-proof alcohol that they pass around. However, the warmth of the campfire, even as it dwindles down in the early morning, not even, but as the campfire dwindles down in the early morning, that sense of camaraderie and warmth drains out of the air as the mist progresses in thicker. All around you, you can see maybe 20 feet in front of your face. The mist here prevents you from seeing much beyond that. Thick, white clouds of the stuff that bring a chill to your bones, or whatever you have instead of bones in Zoe's case. As you awaken and prepare for your day, the campsite is alive. Caliph, the orcish leader, and her 2 associates are packing up camp, getting things ready for the move. She sees you waking up, says, "If you're interested, I've got some coffee on the boil. Should be ready in just a minute. And look, we're not really equipped for the type of fight you..." Took you a while to catch up to that, huh? Yeah.
No. I just found out what coffee is, like, not too long ago.
Good.
You just
Well,
found out?
how does someone just find out about coffee?
I was busy. 1,200 years is not that long.
1200? You elves. Also, I'm not sure if this would help you, but Zoe, was it? Try drinking a little bit of this. This might clear out some of that voice box of yours. And she hands you over a bottle of very high proof alcohol. Like the kind of thing that would make a dwarf's toes curl.
Right, so knock that back. Sorry. Sound in there.
So Zoe, taking a drink of that, you're going to feel some of the clogs and debris in your throat melt away as your voice box gets basically alcohol cleaned.
Yeah.
Is that better?
I believe it is.
Oh, good. I can
Tell me
actually.
what.
Yeah, I can actually understand you now. Good. Okay. Well.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem at all. So, I just wanted to say that I'm thankful for what you guys are willing to do for us. And she takes a step past you all and looks over at, I'm gonna say Imogen looks to be the most normal out of all of you, probably by her standards as a soldier. Well, you saw the art of her as the soul. She's gonna look over at you and say, "Look, I hear you're something of a blender. Whatever they do, make sure maybe don't completely wreck them. Who knows if they can be used for parts. But if we get enough of
an offsetting.
That's perfect. Well, either way, thanks for what you're doing here. These treasures belong to, living, breathing people in the Mournlands. We'll follow up with you. We'll go grab the rest of the Turquoise Spear and start heading your direction. Good luck. What do you all do?
As he was, as they were saying, living, breathing people, I'm just cocking my head and staring right there. Just
1 sec. Okay, she's gonna look at you for a second, lean in real close and go, "Look, buddy, I get that you're friends with one of them, but I've seen too much trouble from Warforged around here. Especially after last war, I don't trust them. Okay? Sorry."
she's not the only one that's unliving and doesn't breathe.
Oh, come on, why you gotta take it that way? What are you, some kind...
Because you
She-
said it that way.
Well, how am I supposed to know he ain't breathing? He's talking, isn't he?
Yeah, but there's Warforged. Those, they just say thank you, people.
We talk too. And I have a good hearing, actually.
Sounds like
In any
someone needs
case-
to re-examine their bigotry.
It's their hoarding that is the issue. Not this.
You know what? You guys are doing me a favor, and I appreciate that. And as she starts saying that, there is going to be like a quick moment as Dortalyn steps up and kind of like pushes her back. This little blonde dwarf kind of pushing back this immense barrel-chested orc woman. She goes, "Now, there ain't no problem here. Thank you folks for agreeing to help. We all got our scars from the last, well, I mean, I guess you folks don't because you ain't from here. But let's just say there's a lot of trauma going around." She didn't mean nothing, right? Boss? "I'm gonna go take a piss," she says, and storms off toward the emaciated bushes nearby. See? Fine and dandy.
It's alright. It will take more than words to change their mind. And I am one of action.
Well, that sounds good. Best of luck, y'all. Here, have some bear jerky for the road, for the outburst. She'll hand you a little satchel of very heavily spiced peppered jerky that anybody who already had some throughout the night, it is like chewing shoe leather, but it tastes okay. Damned if it doesn't get between your teeth, though. Except for Zoe. I feel like when Zoe eats something, it's like a paper shredder. Is
Yeah.
Like a wood chipper?
yeah. Because canonically,
100%.
we have decided that Elosian Warforged can eat, they just don't have to.
Which is why I like to make sure everyone else has enough first.
Exactly.
Okay.
And then it just kind of, I guess it comes out as a pellet. I don't know. Maybe it comes out as like, as one of those like, anime capsules.
Yes.
Oh, the Gachapon capsules.
Yep.
I love
Yep.
it.
I love it. And what is this? Oh, it's shredded meat and oil
What is it today?
and a JoJo figurine somehow.
That's a collector's item.
It's Josuke. Nobody wants this one.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I know, right?
Well, that didn't work. Shit. You need
I mean,
to hear what I'm saying.
All right. So, with that, do you gather up your things to head out? What are you doing?
Yeah. Let's
Might as
get
well.
going.
I think Rosie will leave them a little package of sweets or something. I think
Sounds
she's
good.
fairly well stocked from like the last trip through the portal.
Nice. What kind of sweets do you think? Like cookies or like okay.
Like hard toffee drops or something. So like
Nice.
pure sugar, which is
Perfect.
probably like gold out here.
Werther's.
Yeah,
Werther's.
basically. She
Rosie's
managed to
the
pack off like the
Everything.
table, and it ended up to be Werther's, and she's like, oh, "Really?"
yeah, because Mordenkainen was eating Werther's. You know he would. Old bastard.
He would.
He would. When I was a young wizard. Anyway, so leaving some sweets behind, Osric is going to lean in and say, "So a lot of drama from them, huh? So what's the next plan? Going to another one of those, big uns, or are we headed right for the town?
I mean,
Well, if the town might have a docent, we should go there.
yeah, that's like having a slightly more guaranteed chance, a slightly more higher chance.
Mm-hmm.
Words are failing me today.
Well,
A better
if we
chance
see
finding
one
a
of those
docent.
colossal things along the way, we could always take a look inside, but I think it's a long shot.
Let's go deal with the dudes we said we'd deal with.
Mm.
Wreck their shit.
The clown
take their things,
option.
and
The
it'll work
clown
out.
suit looks really good on you, Azric, by the way.
Thank you. I do try to keep fit. It's the calisthenics, as you probably saw before we went to bed last night. Oh, speaking of which, I was pretty easily seen last night, but I don't think the rest of us should be. Do you mind if I do a little prayer?
Please.
All right. All right, Timora. Don't let him see us till tomorrow. And he's going to cast Pass Without a Trace on all of us.
Nice.
Nice. Love that. When we get, how far away is this town in discussions? Wait, time is weird.
Time is weird here. Time is weird here. It's like being
All right,
in first year
so-
university.
So the second that we kind of get in view of the town, I guess when we're getting kind of entering the town, Lir'wen will activate her stand. Just FYI.
Nice. Somebody has to.
Because it's 10 minutes. Yeah.
All right. Anything else you all doing before we head out?
Not before we head out, but also probably when Lir'wen plots that. Zoe's got something to do as well.
All right. So what is that? So it's only when you okay. No, it's okay. So, but that's only going to be like when you are when you were approaching the settlement.
Yes.
Perfect. Okay. So with that, you head out, delving deep into the mist. Mount Ironrod is, well, as the name would put, mountainous. You find yourselves climbing through stark terrain. At times, a couple of you, in fact, why don't I get everybody to roll me a d20? Okay, Ozric got an 11. I'm basically looking for a 10 plus. If you can see through obscuration, which I don't think, does Devil Sight allow you to see through obscuration? I can't remember.
I don't think so. I think it's
I think
just
it's only
magical darkness,
it's just darkness,
actually.
right?
Let me just double check.
Are you just looking for a flat roll or with
Just a-
something added to it?
We're basically just making a luck roll. So just give me that
Okay, I rolled
d10.
a 17.
17? You're good.
I got a 3.
Of course you did. Okay.
I also got a 3.
Okay.
Drinksies.
So a couple of times, Gaunt and Zoe, as you are making your way across the terrain, you are going to find yourselves nearly stepping off the edge of a several 100-foot drop that suddenly emerged on the other side of mist. Can I get both of you to make me a dex save just to see if anybody got caught up in this?
Okay, this die is gone because that's another 3
Oh, God.
on the die. So that'll be a, I think, 5.
5 total?
Yep.
Oh, God.
I got a 19.
Okay.
Why 19?
Beautiful. All right, 19 from you. As you are making your way
So
across...
we all had to do dex saves, right?
Nope, just Gaunt.
Oh,
He's
just
the
okay. Phew.
Just Gaunt. Okay. So the rest of you are just kind of minding your business, walking along the way. Zoe, at one point you take a step forward, and were it not for seeing an immense colossi hand jutting up about 100 feet beneath you, you would have stepped over the edge. But the sight of that hand suddenly signals to you that the ground has broken away. It catches your eye and you pause.
I will never get used to that.
And as you say that, you are going to hear the sound of rickety rocks as Gaunt takes a step and the edge of the cliff face falls away beneath him. The last half foot deteriorates and he begins sliding down the edge of this embankment. Hundreds of feet downward, we're going to begin. Can I please get a, give me an initiative roll, everybody, just to see if you can, anybody who rolls above a 20 will be able to make an attempt to catch Gaunt.
I rolled another 3. So 5.
I got a 4.
Got a 4? All right, anybody get above a 20?
That's 2 dice in dice jail.
I got a dirty 20.
Okay, 20, well, I'll say 20 or up. Okay, so Gaunt, you begin falling away, and Osric's weapon of warning is going to flash and go, "My boy!" And he's going to point a hand, but that's all his initiative will allow.
Father, no!
Father, no! Oh, my boy! All right, Lir'wen, can you please do me a favor? And what do? You see Gaunt hit the ground and begin careening off the edge of this cliff. You have a split second. What is it?
Okay, so the settlement's not in sight, yes?
Not in sight yet. No, you've been traveling
so I won't
for...
have time to bonus action my arms yet.
Not yet. You could do it right now.
Okay. I was gonna say, is this a full turn? Like, you're saying I was a split section, is it?
I have a something good happens. I have a something good happens.
Okay. I would like to bonus action activate my JoJo stand.
All right, and then
I would like to reach and try and grab Gaunt.
Okay, give me the aura.
Aura.
Okay,
Is that
go
be
ahead.
a strength check?
That will be, it'll be a
attack?
grapple. It'll be a grapple check. So you make an attack roll.
Okay. That's gonna be a 21.
A 21. How do you grab him with your aura arms?
She has a 10-foot reach, so I think she's going to just... Several of her arms are going to reach out to the cliff, try and anchor her down, and then she's just gonna thrust herself with her other arms and just grab Gaunt by, like, his cloak, probably. Because it's probably, like, trailing behind him as he's falling, so she's gonna try and, like, grab him by basically the scruff of the neck with her other
I'm going to spend
glowing arms.
So as you grab him by the cloak, I'm going to spend a hurt them more to say that as you grab his cloak, Gaunt's clothing is not particularly in good service. There's going to be a horrible noise as his cloak rips away. Make me another roll if you want to grab him.
Yes. Attack?
Attack roll, yeah. You're still holding the piece of tattered cloth behind him.
Another 21.
Okay, where do you grab him this time?
How? Try and reach out for his arm?
Okay, now I have to ask, is your arm as in good a shape as your clothing? Because I can just picture you popping off like a Mr. Potato Head.
I would say it's pretty good shape, his arm, actually.
Okay, Lir'wen, your spectral arm is going to lash out, grabbing onto Gaunt's arm as he swings clear. He slid down this embankment about almost 10 feet, and you could see as his ass breaks with ground, hitting the air, and you now have him dangling over a precipice that is nearly 140 feet drop. Are you okay, my boy?
Yeah, thank you. That would have been a long climb.
You would have been...
You would have been paced.
Well, how far
I would
was
have
the
gotten
drop?
better.
It's about 140
Would've been
feet.
I probably could have shot him
Hard
with
to get
Featherfall.
better.
You would have been gone.
Isn't he already dead?
Nice one.
Wait, can you die again? How long does this stuff work? You can still die, right?
I don't know. I know every
Well-
time I go down, I get back up.
I love that song.
How useful.
Nobody gonna get you down.
Nobody's gonna get him down. What about you? Can you actually die? How does it work being metal? Mostly metal. Actually, I have to ask, what percentage is metal? He kind of leans in with a leer.
Spectral arm's gonna reach out upside the head, like back of the head, like a.
Look, this is a valid question.
I believe it is improper to ask ladies that question.
Are you a lady? Come on, I just wanted to know. Aren't you supposed to be hospitable? You're a cleric of Brig.
Hospitality and playing into your questions like that are two very different things.
Fine. All right, I was just kidding. Yep, Lir'wen, let me go.
No.
All right, hold me closer. You smell really nice.
Drop him off the cliff.
Oh shit!
Holds Ozark off the cliff.
I was kidding. I was just trying to get you to let me go. Come on. Just
Brings him back over.
Good. Whew. And the Ozark you were dangling off a cliff is going to vanish. And a few feet ahead, Ozark's gonna go, are we going, or were you just going to spend time talking to my copy?
I liked him better. I hate when you do that.
It's kept me alive this far.
Okay, let me rephrase. I hate when you do that with us.
I hate when I get dangled off of cliffs.
Then don't say stupid shit.
To be fair, I didn't. He did.
I don't think the spell works like that.
How would you know?
Let's just go.
All right. Probably for the best.
So he's gonna dust onto Olaf. Are you alright?
Yeah, thanks to Lir'wen, yes.
Excellent. Watch your footing. That happens.
I will attempt to be more careful. Though, if one of us is going to go over, it may as well be me.
Well, it shouldn't be anyone.
Yeah, yes, I also think it shouldn't be anyone. Maybe you should stay at the middle, Gaunt? If you consider going first?
Here, Gaunt, you can walk with me. I'll keep you safe.
Mm-hmm.
Rosie's just grinning at you.
I'll go and walk by
Absolutely giving
Rosie.
you shit.
I'll go and walk by Rosie and try and pick up Boom Boom. And see if you'll let me put Boom Boom on my shoulder. Be like, I can get used to this.
Etc. Calibration noises.
I want to say R2.
Oh my. As you make your way further to the north, you find yourselves climbing higher into the mountain range. At one point, you can see a bit above the mist, and what you see is mountain peaks all around you, creating a bit of a bowl on either side, the smaller peak that you are walking across being dwarfed by the ones to the left and to the right. However, what is the most striking is that all throughout this valley, between the edges of the true peaks of Mount Ironrot and the Mournlands in general, you can see the silhouettes of downed colossi. From here, though, they look like humanoids within walking distance of you, the perspective warping from their sheer size. A pair of smaller colossi flank the ridge that you're on, each merely 100 feet tall, completely destroyed. A couple of them are just legs, a couple of them, well hell, it might be the same one actually, you realize as you're starting to count up limbs, although apparently it had an extra arm. You can see walking across the ridge, 5 bipeds moving single file. Anybody who wants to get a better look at these folk can make me a perception check with disadvantage.
12.
Okay.
15.
15? 15 is going to be good enough. Rosie, as the only one who got a good roll on your perception check, you're going to see that the 5 bipeds are in fact warforged. And with a roll of 15, you're going to see that at the front of them is a warforged dressed in rags, kind of worn as a mantle around their shoulders, as well as a loincloth pinned to their hip bones? The flexors?
Hey, Lir'wen, can your elven eyes tell if they're friendly?
All right, Lir'wen, give me that perception roll.
Okay. Perception is a 23.
Cool, then absolutely. So you are going to see that there is the one in the front has, well, they all carry backpacks or satchels with them. The one at the front has a long sword at their hip, as well as a javelin strapped to their back, or a set of javelins. The metal that warforged is made with is a purple alloy and is leading them over the hill. A quick look at them, they don't have any of their weapons drawn, and most crucially, they don't have any of the additional modifications that you recognize as those belonging to that group of the Lord of Blades warforged that you fought yesterday. So there's no way of telling if they're friendly, but they're definitely giving you vibes of more friendly than those guys.
Okay. Lir'wen, because... So how long has it been since the cliff?
It has been about an hour.
Okay. So I will use another 2 key points to reactivate my arms and my visage.
Okay.
And then Lir'wen is actually going to...
Okay, and Pass Without a Trace would have faded by now.
Yeah. How far away do they look?
So right now, they are about, I'd say about 60 feet away from you.
Perfect. So, in the purple one's head, Lir'wen's going to speak and go, "Are you one of the veterans?"
A voice comes back inside of their head that says, "Who is this? How are you doing this? Hello?"
"We are friend."
Friends don't generally enter people's heads without an invitation. Are you just trying to be careful, or are you trying to be invasive?
Careful.
Where are you? You can see me, can't you?
Lir'wen will step out of the mist in front of everyone.
Okay. So you will turn, or they will turn and look at you. And is anybody drawing anybody else's attention to this?
I mean, Rosie said out loud, asking Lir'wen if she could see more of them. Because Rosie doesn't have a clear, sight of exactly what they look like, right? Like, she sees them. But other than that. So I think she would have said and pointed, so the others would know that, I guess, that's happening.
So if you point that out, anybody who is directed to look at them, especially when they turn to look where Lir'wen has kind of turned toward activating her arms, you'll be able to see them now. I would like Zoe, make me an intelligence check to see whether or not you know anything about these folks or if you've come by them before.
9. You guys know they're not liking me.
What was the total?
9.
9? Okay. You know what? Roll me another die because a purple Warforged seems pretty special.
I got a nat 1.
Okay, well, I can only do so much. You have never met these folks before. You might know them once you talk to them, or know of them once you talk to them, but until then, you have no immediate knowledge of them, aside from the fact that there are 5 Warforged, and they do not look like they are part of the Blades.
Okay.
Honestly, that's worth its weight in gold right there.
Mm-hmm.
Zoe, looking forward, you are not going to be able to see or to recognize these folks in front of you. But as that processes, and as the rest of you get a good look at them, Lir'wen is going to step forward with her astral arms, and the Warforged ahead of you are going to turn and slowly walk your direction, their hands in visible range, not reaching for their weapons, but not far away from them. You never know with people. And the one at the front is going to call out over the distance, "Hello! It is good to see you here. I had one of your friends in my head."
That's me.
Hello. What is your name, friend? I am Mercy.
Lir'wen.
Lir'wen.
Rosie.
Well met to all of you. What brings you here?
We are looking for a docent.
Yeah, what she said.
My name is Zoe, by the way.
You're the one who's like us, but not like us, right?
Correct.
I heard that someone had an encounter with some blades yesterday. Is that you?
We did.
How did you hear about that?
Some of my scouts found the bodies. And then we used a bit of magic.
I didn't think we left any survivors. Just wanted to make sure.
Well, that's what Speak with Dead is for.
Oh, that works. Interesting.
Anything with a soul.
Good point. I hadn't thought of that part.
You're looking for docents.
So,
What do you want with them?
To save the world.
all
Multiverse.
worlds.
Multiverse. All worlds.
Make me a
Use it to
persuasion
find
roll.
something that
Okay.
Please continue, Gaunt, to see if I'll give advantage.
and use it to find something that can help us kill a god.
To kill a god.
Not one from this plane, I think.
Huh.
Have you
Advantage,
heard of
please.
Vecna?
Not 20!
Ah!
I've heard stories of something like that. Vecna.
Yeah. I think the name might draw attention too, so just FYI.
Well, then
It
why did you
doesn't-
say it out loud?
Seeing if you knew. Seeing
Did
how
I?
far his multiverse reach is.
When did I say it?
Well, one of you did. One of you had to say it.
I said
Which
it.
one was it?
Oh.
Lir'wen.
okay.
Oh, you, the one in my head. Are you still in there?
Mhm. No. It's not like I'm in there. I'm just projecting my voice in there.
Are you still in her head? And out of character?
No.
Okay, cool. Then you do not see
No,
the
no,
images
second-
that she's projecting into her own head.
I It's not. That's definitely not. It's not detect thoughts. It's literally just I can project my voice.
Well, certainly then. That seems like a noble goal for one of the docents. We're pilgrims. We're here on a mission of peace and faith to collect docents from the Colossi and the rest of the ruins around here. They're items of... they're sacred.
We would give it back. We just needed to find the rod.
I don't know anything about a rod, but...
Cool.
we've had some encounters with rival... well, I guess I'd call them scavengers.
Do you need help? We're gonna
Perhaps.
help some others.
There have been a band of Siren veterans that have been watching us from the shadows, and then the Blades.
Yeah,
There are more
blades seem
skull.
like dicks.
Dicks. Yeah, that covers it. They're definitely dicks.
Nice.
Listen, we have a base in the town of Ialos nearby.
Mm-hmm.
You should come with us. It's safer in numbers, and
Does it happen to be in... I'll just point to whatever direction we were going.
more or less.
Convenient.
The veterans that have been shadowing you, do you know what they called themselves?
They look at you and then turn to their companions and talk for a moment. We haven't spoken with them, but they had a blue spear on one of their standards.
Well, that's interesting.
I'm glad that you encountered the Blades and came away intact. Warforged that end up running with the Lord of Blades are... they're idiots. Conscripted to fight the Lord of Blades' battles and wipe out anyone who opposes him, particularly those like most of you. The fleshy ones, at least. It's pointless in the end. The world wasn't built for just Warforged. Though we have a place in this world all the
I
same.
agree.
Yeah. I mean, that.
Apparently you have souls. It's a bit of a surprise.
I know, really.
Is it?
No, not at all. Seems... I knew it exactly. Of course you have a soul.
I didn't expect a
doesn't
construct
sound
to
like
have
you
a soul.
believe it, Osric.
Well, there are big differences between us and other constructs.
It's good. I don't like golems.
Were you just thinking we were golems? Golems?
I've fought a lot of them in my past.
I hope this trip will be enlightening.
If you would like to come with us, you're more than welcome to now. We're headed back to Ialos now. If not, I could give you a map to guide you there.
I mean, we might as well. Right? Trying to look at the others.
How far away are they?
Right now, about 50 feet.
50 feet, okay.
So are these the same people that we met in camp were talking about?
I think so. That's why...
So I have been in and out hearing the description dealing with dogs, so I just want to clarify the description.
That's why I asked
Definitely
where
seems
the
that way.
settlement was and who the people who've been shadowing them have been, and they said
And it has been a week. I will say that they did say that the settlement was named Ialos. The veterans told you
That's
that.
what I was asking.
So it is the same name
okay.
location. Cool. But it's been a week, and got puppy brain and baby brain.
And did anybody, like, what did they want us to do again? Sorry, did they want us to wipe out the settlement?
They wanted you to wipe them out, scare them off, kick some ass.
Because they were hoarding the docents is why, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's why I have my notes. Cool.
And they were wanting you to go take care of it, which, you probably should, right?
Can I roll an insight check?
You may.
Yeah, because they were under the impression, like, what were they using the docents for? It was money, right? Selling them.
They were going to try to sell them, yeah.
Yeah, and these ones see them as sacred religious objects. Okay, we have some problems here.
Insight is 24.
Insight is 24. As far as you can tell, they are telling the truth. Mercy is telling the truth.
Did they say anything about the Warforged inhabiting the town? Did they say they were like the Lord of Blades?
No, they just said that they were hostile. I think they said that they might be with the Lord of Blades.
Okay.
And they weren't sure. They definitely did not paint them in a good light.
Yeah, I'll try to quietly, if they're only 50 feet away, just kind of quietly say, well, they don't seem hostile.
Shall we hear them out and make our own decision?
As long as we get the docent, I don't care.
Just stay sharp.
Mm-hmm.
So, are you coming, or should I leave a map for you?
Lead the way.
We will follow you.
Good. Let's go then. And with that, she will begin taking you over the horizon toward the town. And I think that's probably a good place for us to take that break. So, folks, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back when we make our way to the town of Ialos. Be right back. Hey everybody, welcome back. This is the part of the program where we're going to talk to the chat, starring Teddy. Hi everybody. Ow! Why you gotta bite me when I do that? Why you gotta bite me? We were friends. Anyway, this is Teddy. You have not met him yet. So here, watch Teddy dance. Dance, dance, dance. He likes to bite me. So how's everybody doing?
When you make him dance, yeah.
No, he
You
just
gotta be
bites
careful.
me.
Keep that dog censored.
All right,
Yeah, he
say
might like to bite you
hello.
at other points, but when you touch paws and move them around, dogs tend to be like, please let me go, and bite your hands.
He usually likes it, actually. He's weird. He also really likes these headphones and wants to eat them constantly. But
yes.
anyway,
My mom's dog likes my ponytail and likes to chomp on it every time.
Teddy's very good at using his paws to smack you in the face a lot.
he is. They're still soft though, so it's not like Charlie and his massive mitts. Like these are just little like biff, biff. Biff. They're still soft.
And he's
so I can take it.
adorable, though. He's just playing. He's just playing.
Well, it's
He's
real
just
cute
playing.
how he can like grab and hold on with his paws too.
Yeah, he grabs and holds on to his teeth more. But anyway, this is Teddy. He's part of the stream now. Welcome.
He's
Hi, everybody.
adorable.
Yeah, and he's only a little barky
He's
tonight.
adorkable.
He's adorkable. Hold on. Do you wanna hear what everybody's doing? Hold on.
Hi, Teddy.
How you doing, Teddy
Hey,
boy?
Teddy.
Ted,
Hold on.
Ted,
Let's make him hear it in his brain.
Teddy.
Arf, arf,
Hi, Teddy.
arf, arf, arf.
Hi,
Hey, buddy.
Teddy.
How you
Hi,
doing?
puppy.
Who's a good boy?
Puppy
Who's a good boy?
What the fuck?
Teddy.
Teddy.
Hi,
He's a
Teddy.
good boy.
He's just like, what the
It
heck is
just
this?
exploded his brain. for a
Bone
minute.
conduction head. You know what we found? He watches anime. Like, he really likes watching TV.
Oh,
He's a weeb.
He's a weeb. All right, do you want to go see Robin?
I would expect no less.
Daddy.
All right, go get it.
Yeah. He definitely I've had a few videos being sent to me of him lying on the couch between them doing the head tilt at the TV noises and the colors, and it's real cute.
Well, it was like last night we were watching it. What were we watching last night? But he just kept watching it. Like
The video
instead
you
of
sent me was of Ranma.
Yeah, Ranma. He likes Ranma.
he does like Ranma. He likes the old, he's classic. He likes the old 90s anime.
Oh my gosh, don't eat my wig hair. No, don't eat my wig.
Okay, so TMI thing about the dog today.
Oh no.
I'm gonna use euphemisms. So there's a lot of wig hair in this house. The dog ate some, or ate some type of hair. And what ended up happening is I'm out with the dog, and the dog does what dogs do outside. And then he starts freaking out because the wig hair, you know, when you were a kid and you made like those reefs of popcorn necklaces? He's got wig hair stuck, and his stuff is chasing him, and he's trying to run away from it. I mean, it's just like, is this what having kids is like? This is what having kids is like, right? Like, just the dumbest stuff. You're like, what?
All of my dogs have had that happen, but mainly it was grass.
Okay, did they usually freak out like that though? Because that was funny.
Tia didn't love it when you tried to remove it, but
No, he just kept trying to go, and he's like, it's stuck, and he just runs off.
whereas Charlie would just
Instead of,
scrape his
like-
butt on the ground.
I do need to show him down to down.
hands and like out the butt. It's like noodles down the throat, and then they like gag on it because they didn't chew it.
Yeah, that was me the first time I had ramen, I think. All right, so folks, a couple of things that you need to know about. Number one is that you need to come and check out Cold Iron this Sunday at high noon Pacific here on Dork Tales. Episode 0. God, we've already done episode 0. Should be out tomorrow, probably. The puppy's made it very hard to video edit because he likes to lay on both of my arms. And strangely, you need both arms to video edit. You need at least more than one because you got to use Control and Alt a lot. So that'll hopefully be coming up soon, but come and enjoy it. It's going to be a game with a lot of Western influences, and should be a lot of fun. I just got to hammer home the last little plot detail. I'm very excited about this one. It's gonna be a lot of fun. The other thing, is that we are going back to a full schedule next week, so you'll be able to come and join us, hopefully, for Fandelver and Below on Monday. We're going to have to do a little bit of adjustment because Chris got called out of town for work, but I've got a plan, don't worry. Tuesday is descent into a... Yeah, that's right,
Sorry,
Chris,
when you
get
said-
out of here.
I was like, wait, what am I doing for work? Oh, wrong Chris. Damn it.
Wrong Chris, we got too many Chris's. Well, you're gonna have to start changing names or dying, so it's easier to change your name. Then we've got Descent into Avernus on Tuesday. Wednesday is going to be Vampire the Masquerade. I almost said Bloodlines, but Transylvania Chronicles, hopefully. And then we've got Changeling on Thursday, because that got postponed because the storyteller for that game got the sickies. And we ended up training the dog that night, so it wasn't that bad. Then Vecna again on Friday, and then Saturday is hopefully going to be Deviant the Renegades, the finale at around noon, and then another Cold Iron. And then we're taking the next Monday off because Chris is out of town. Different Chris is out of town for a holiday, and we plan to skip that day anyway. So I'm going to be transporting a dog back to Vancouver Island that day. So I definitely
Which will be a very sad day, but also a very glad day for me.
Yeah, you'll be able to leave doors open again. How nice is that going to be?
I will be able to not just have my rug be covered in puppy pads.
This is true. There are like 15 puppy pads on the ground in the living room right now.
It's a lot.
Oh, Christine, did we buy puppy pads? Do we have them at the house?
No, but we have leftover from when Charlie
needed them. Okay, good.
Yeah,
because we're gonna have there's a lot of carpeting in the living room.
Yeah, well, I'm highly considering not streaming tomorrow myself, just to continue, because I don't have a ton of time Sunday because of game, to continue getting the house ready to receive the little terror.
Yeah, I can see him bounding back and forth a lot.
So I have a bunch of chores to do, and I'm thinking having an uninterrupted day to do them in is probably a better idea than trying to do them around 2 different streams.
Perfect. So. All right. Well, folks, we got a lot to do tonight and less time to do it thanks to technical issues. So why don't we go ahead and hop back into Vecna, Eve of Ruin, right here on Dork Tales. I know what I'm doing. All right. So without further ado, let's go ahead and hop back in 3, 2. Hello, welcome back to Vecna, Eve of Ruin, here on Dork Tales. The walk back to Ialos goes fairly quickly with your new companions. They know the way better than you do, and you'll find that you're able to make it back to this small town after only about 2 hours of walking. The mists begin to recede a bit as you make it in to this small burg. In the distance, you'll see the following. As you head forward, a windmill towers above this ruined village. The windmill's sides and blades are reinforced with badly rusted steel plates, and the attached wooden outbuilding is in shambles. Muddy roads separate the mill from the ruined buildings. In the center of a nearby intersection stands an eroded stone statue of a humanoid draped in colorful scraps of cloth. As you approach, Mercy will turn and they will say to you, "Welcome to Ialos. We don't have much in the way of supplies for those of you who prefer to eat, but I'm sure we could wrangle up something if you're hungry."
I've got rations in my bag, but thank you for the hospitality and offer.
Of course. Feel free to make yourself at home around here in any of the buildings that are uninhabited. Just stay away from the mill, please. We do use it for personal storage. Besides that, if you'd like to sit and talk, I'd be more than happy to. Maybe discuss how to solve your problem. We have some of our own that could probably use an outsider's touch.
Yeah, we've kind of been getting that request a lot lately.
Isn't it just the way with adventurers? You don't know the half of it, Osric will say. But when I was and he'll start doddering off. I tied an onion to my belt.
Could we do a trade? Could we do something for you in exchange for a docent?
We see the docents and anything else that are specifically designed for the use of Warforged to be sacred. Such objects belong in the hands of Warforged who fought in the last war. If you... The blades are going to keep coming no matter what. But these veterans... Have you encountered them?
Yes.
Yes.
Do you have any idea what they actually want?
They seem to want to chase you out.
And to take our possessions. But why? Why is it so valuable to them? They have no significance to them.
Probably coin.
They did seem to be starving.
We want to leave this place.
They want... That's it? They just want money?
That's just my guess.
Well, I mean, the overall, like, end result is that they want food to survive and to get out of here, which needs coin to do.
Maybe you could broker some sort of agreement, offer. Maybe offer some assistance to keep the peace.
Would someone like to make a persuasion
they might be willing
roll?
to work. They might be willing to work for you or something if you've helped feed them.
I will offer the help action with my words if someone else wants to roll persuasion. Because I am not persuasive, but I will roll it if need be.
I have a
Have you
1
actually-
to it.
I'll
I have a 1
actually,
too.
yeah, I'll roll, but I'll just take point by saying, like, have you actually tried discussing or talking with them? Perhaps
No.
your conflict with them could be resolved otherwise.
They would normally stick to a shadow's distance away from us. They're not particularly interested in discussing.
That'll be a 29 on the persuasion.
Oh, balls.
I got plus 10.
Gaunt, so persuasive.
It's like that
I
they're...
want to be.
It's like they're hanging around like jackals. Like scavengers. They pause for a moment, contemplating their words. I see.
When you
If
have
they-
no option.
It
What are they
sounded like
gonna
what
do?
was happening was that they got brought here to fight in a war and now they're stuck and
Yes.
with like trauma, PTSD, etc. So they're probably going to be really rude to you potentially. Because I think they've had really bad experiences with people who look like you.
Yeah.
Or
Yes.
people
You
who
have
don't breathe or eat.
biases against us.
Yeah.
Yes.
But they do want to eat, and they really don't have any food.
Yes.
In that case, you're right. None of us wanted to be part of this war, but we were all brought into it. And now that it's over, as much as it could ever be at least, we have to stick together and help pick up the pieces. If all they need is coin, there are a number of items that we were able to, well, that we were able to put away in the storeroom. Pieces of art, some other objects that they could probably sell for better money than the docents. Or at least some money. They're welcome to them. We have no purpose for them. If you'd like, you can come with me and help me acquire them.
I think that's a good idea. I also think maybe we should accompany you back to talk with them just so they can hopefully not immediately jump to violence.
I think a neutral party is a good idea. Sorry, a good idea.
And I'm going to spend my drama bomb. As you were saying that, in the distance, you are going to... anybody with a passive perception of 18 or higher is going to hear the sound of rocks grinding underneath boots as several soldiers make their way stealthily toward the southern boundary of Ialos. They said they would meet you here. And sure enough,
Right.
there is the turquoise spear. Their weapons drawn, ready to fight.
Just on time.
Could I use Emboldened Bond now?
You absolutely may.
Len,
Okay.
hearing that probably also reminds Rosie that this was happening, and she's just going, time out, time out.
Make me a persuasion roll, Rosie.
And I'm going to do everyone except Osric this time,
Okay.
17!
or myself included.
Okay. Now, emboldening bond. Since you started doing that first, that means that Rosie could also add a D4 to that, right?
Correct.
All right. So go ahead and toss a D4 on top of there, Rosie.
21!
21. Beautiful, beautiful. All right, so as you see that, you can see that the orc leader of that company has looked like she has kind of gathered up some. Rosie, you know artillery when you see it, so you can tell from this range that Caliath is an artillerist, much like yourself, and has a large chain gun that's walking on a pair of humanoid legs.
I want one.
It basically, I need you to picture like a chain gun as the crotch of a pair of mannequin legs.
I want it.
And it's kind of like striding back and forth like a chicken walker.
Can
Ready?
I
And
duet it?
sure, go ahead and make me an artificer roll. That'll be an intelligence plus persuasion roll. So intelligence is intelligence in place of charisma.
Oh, it's an in persuasion roll?
Yeah.
Fantastic. That will be a 23.
It is going to coo back at you. Now it coos by spinning up its chain wheel.
All right, so
How
slow that back down, please.
how far away are the mercenaries, and how far from each other are they?
I'd say they're about 120 feet from each other. The mercenaries are about 100 feet from you.
Okay. They're not like the blades. They're sympathetic. They're nice. They think of docents as religious items. Can we talk? Can we talk?
How are the mercenaries, like, how far away from each other are the mercenaries?
How far are the mercenaries away from each other? I mean, they're fairly much in like a gunner's line.
Okay,
So
I want to ready an action to cast a spell if things look like they're going to get violent.
all right, sounds good. What do you mean that they just like them as religious items? Caliath will call over.
They're
That's-
sacred, apparently, to them.
They have other items they're willing to give up for money so you can get the fuck out.
But also, like, trade work for, like, food or something, or help you out, because, like, they got pulled into this war, too, apparently, and they didn't want to be. So you guys maybe kind of want the same things? Friends? They hate the blades, too. They agreed. They're a bag of dicks.
All right, fine. This isn't a trick, right?
No.
Well, if it is, they fooled all of us, too. And then I guess we'd be on your side at that point.
All right, Ripper. I'm gonna go in there, and if anything goes wrong, light them up.
It's called Ripper.
Caliath is going to separate from her.
Feels like a kettle.
There were
Caliath.
bonus action arms and then just like
The squealing just goes internal. Still somehow comes out.
Caliath approaches and is going to meet face to face with, well, at least about 20 feet apart, with Mercy for the first time. And
This is Caliath. This is Mercy. Rosie looks really tense, but also like, let's not insult each other.
what kind of items are you willing to give up? We're willing to give art and other items that could be used. Some of them are, well, were magical until the day of mourning destroyed their magic. But we have tapestries, sculptures, leather-wrapped oil paintings, and more. I'd say that a quick appraisal, they're worth enough to get you wherever you're headed. Go with some of my troops. They'll help you carry the things back to your people. And should you need shelter, you can shelter in some of the ruins here, so long as you agree not to interfere with our collection of the docents. Fine. That sounds fair to me. Show me to it, but
Would like insight.
Go ahead. This dice really likes 7s.
Don't forget advantage.
Don't forget advantage because of Vecna.
I keep forgetting that. Oh, that was even better. Great. I can add a D4. All right. We're at 27. Let's see if I can get to 30.
I believe in you.
31.
31. Actually, due to the nat 20s, due to persuasion rolls, due to all of that, they are up and up. She is very tense and is looking back and forth between y'all and is actually going to say, if there's a lot of stuff there, maybe one of you could come and help me carry it.
Yeah. Lir'wen with her 6
Sure.
arms.
Or Lir'wen.
Hey, the more the merrier. And with that, 3 of you head over. In the storeroom alongside of the windmill, you're going to find the items as described. And as you're pouring through it, can I get a history roll from anybody who's looking at these items?
Hell yeah. Yeah, I can try.
13.
13? Perfect.
I got a nat 20. I don't add anything to it, but I did get a nat 20.
Perfect. All right, so we're going to say
I got a
Imogen
nat
went over
1.
to help too. You got a nat 1. Lir'wen, you think this is
I
all...
assumed I was because my strength is 23.
That's fair.
Like-
Lir'wen, you're just like Hela in Ragnarok. You're like junk, fake. There's an infinity gauntlet there. You just push it over, you know, like all of that stuff. Imogen, this is worth like $2,000 at least. Like this is like, they're just giving away 2,000 gold pieces worth of art. And as you are there, we're going to say the whole party is going there. Some of you are milling around outside who didn't roll. But Mercy is going to take a lean inside, and you're going to see that around the art objects, there is also a shelf with half a dozen metal orbs. And as Mercy heads inside, she's going to reach up and pluck one. And as well as grabbing a small ring from a silver chain on the wall. Are these items to your liking? Yeah, they'll, you know, for a steel skin, you're pretty generous. Well, for a flesh body, you're not so bad either. Thanks for not beginning with hostilities. I think we've both seen enough of them for one lifetime.
See
Yeah.
what happens when we learn to compromise. You guys are helping each other.
Yes. The war needn't divide us further.
She steps outside, and so does Mercy. Mercy will reach out to, let's say, who was doing the most talking during that whole thing? We'll say Lir'wen, probably, because Lir'wen was inside of her head. Here, I don't know if this would be useful to you, but this was found among the ruins. It's one of the few items here that's still imbued with magic. It might be useful. She hands you the ring on the silver chain. It's an iron ring, etched with angelic feathers. After we heard about your near fall earlier, perhaps it would be best given to Gaunt. It's a ring of falling feathers.
Yeah. Could be useful. Gaunt,
Sure.
thank you for your
Thank you.
generosity.
We have no need for
It
it.
is appreciated.
And you solved it without bloodshed. I've heard tales.
Heroes do.
I've heard tales of heroes like you. It's good to know that the world still has some. I've also heard that there's an unusual colossus named Landro that's powered not by a docent, but by a device called a gray matter engine that incorporated part of an artifact. Perhaps That's what you seek? The gray matter engine was said to generate a magical barrier around Landra, making it impossible to enter except when the barrier has already been broken. Yeah. You know what? Caliath will call over. I've heard about something like that too. There's a rumor that there was a Colossus powered by part of an artifact. Not a whole one, right? But hey, if that's where you're headed, if that's what you're looking for, be careful. Because I've heard that if you remove that piece, the Colossus starts a self-destruct sequence. And you're going to want to be as far away from that thing as possible when it blows.
Lir'wen starts stretching.
Noted. And have you heard of a way to break the barrier?
Nope.
We'll have to investigate that ourselves.
But isn't that what heroes do?
As well.
It's true. Rosie, you're good at dismantling magic. You've done that a couple times. Maybe you can break through.
Maybe. What do you think? What was it again?
It's just like a magical barrier.
I could probably try dispel.
Yeah.
Well, here. Try to bring this back to us. And Mercy will step over, walk up to Zoe, and will hand her a small silver ball about the size as like a duck egg, you know, a little smaller than a tennis ball, and is going to hand this 2-inch diameter metal sphere that's studded with pink and blue shards of crystal that are glowing slightly. I trust you to bring this back to us.
Of course, my friend. We will do our utmost to return it to you.
Hopefully, when paired with your artifact, this will lead you to where you need to go. If that is Landro, good luck and try not to blow yourselves and the rest of us up.
Wait, it's that big of an explosion?
I don't know. I didn't hear about the explosion. You'd have to ask the artillerist. Yeah, I don't think it's that fucking big, but it's probably pretty big. You'll probably die. We'll probably be fine over here. Maybe run fast?
They say as they are moving away quickly.
Yeah, just...
Well, it has not exploded yet. I assume. Somebody might not know how big it is.
We'll figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
We just need to get there for now.
Regardless, shall we determine if that's where we're going? She'll hold it, and it isn't.
Who has the rod?
I do.
All right. Do you combine them together?
Our
right.
powers combined.
Combining the docent to the second piece of the rod. You do not have to be attuned to the docent to pair the docent to the rod piece. When you touch the rod piece to the working docent, the piece of the rod emits a loud metallic ping, and then it points to a direction, which, given the, well, very difficult to see sun in the mist, you imagine that it is off to the east, slightly north. It looks like you have a direction.
Thank you for your generosity,
Thank you for
Rosie.
Thank you for stopping any trouble that would have come here. You're quite a peacemaker.
We all do our best.
Stay if you need, but otherwise, best of luck.
I think we should be off.
Do you all agree? The time to head out?
Yeah.
Okay.
Peacemaker theme slowly starts playing in the background.
Do you really want to taste it? It's true. The walk out of this small town is comfortable. Soon you are going to leave the village of Yalos behind you, making your way once again into the mists. Before long, you are going to find yourselves wandering through the mists for, well, the better part of the day. 4 hours are going to pass. Blisters forming in your boots. As you make your way across the horizon, suddenly, this immense shape will loom in front of you. It's a fortress, larger than any other colossi that you have seen. It is hundreds of feet tall, lying against the side of a mountain, long collapsed. As you look at it, you can see that it looms empty and foreboding over Mount Ironrot's eastern flank. You can see as well that bits of dust hover in the air around the Colossus, crackling against a force field. But also, any of you that has a passive perception of, say, 13 or higher, is going to notice that there are several rocks, debris, old, desiccated sticks that are floating in the air inside of this field, weightlessly.
Huh. Can I make a history or arcana roll to see if I can...
I would like to also investigate it to see if I can figure out what the heck's going on.
Absolutely. Yeah. Go ahead. Make me an arcana roll then.
That's a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. We love it.
All right. Can I use history or arcana?
You can use arcana if you're trying to figure out how this is working.
Okay. I was wondering about history just to know if I've encountered it in a past life or anything like that.
Sure. Give it to me.
Or heard...
If you're using history, give it to me with disadvantage.
Okay.
All right. What'd you get?
13.
13? Off the top of your head, you're having some trouble thinking about whether or not you've ever encountered something like this before. But you do recall an adventure in your early adventuring career where you went up against a mad alchemist who had assembled a factory full of gnomes that he used to make all sorts of tinctures and different consumables. In fact, he had a horrible game where he lured young adventurers in with promises of inheriting his fortune, only to have them one by one fall to different vices as they consumed his potions and his confectionaries before being turned into processes. And in one such room, there was a tonic that was a fizzy drink that gave you like a lift and would eventually like float you up into propeller blades that would shred you alive. You don't know if this is connected, but you're pretty sure that man was murdered.
Good.
But then again, he might have escaped in a great crystalline what's the word? It's a thing that goes between elevator. A great crystalline elevator. He might have escaped into the far planes with that. I don't know.
Indeed.
Whereas Rosie, taking a look at this, you are going to be able to see that it appears that something this large would be nearly impossible to move. Even with an external power source or an internal power source as powerful as the rod of 7 parts, it would require something a bit different. The rod is probably a power source, but with a 20, you think that its joints are probably filled with anti-gravity wells to allow it to pivot, rotate without a problem. Because hell, you've met Goliaths and Loxodons that complain about their knees. Imagine this thing. They're literally using anti-gravity to lubricate the joints.
Huh.
So it looks like whatever is getting near those spaces has a little bit of the levitate spell leaking out of it.
Okay. I guess that's not the end of the world.
As you're looking around.
To get in there to get the thing.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they're looking at this. I want to kind of find out where the barrier is and just kind of go around poking it.
That sounds good. Why don't you go ahead and make me an investigation roll? Is anybody going to try to help Gaunt?
Sure.
Yeah, I'll investigate as well.
Okay. So Lir'wen and Rosie are kind of trying to investigate that. Zoe and Gaunt, go ahead and so Gaunt, make me an investigation roll with advantage because of Zoe.
How about I give advantage to Zoe?
All right, that works too.
My answer is nothing. But okay. I'm also
Okay,
rolling currently.
Okay, I'll do it.
Okay. Oh no, it's probably not impediment.
All right. What'd you get?
16.
16? It takes you the better part of a half hour. Going around, putting your hands up, touching the slightly crackling wall of force that's invisible to the eye, but very tangible to the hand. Step by step, you make your way around. And slowly, you're going to discover that there is a breach in the barrier. At least you're pretty sure there is. It looks like the easiest way to enter, this thing looks like when it fell into the side of the mountain. And you're noticing that the barrier is not pushing the mountain away from it. There's also a number of rents in the metal. And you think, after looking around quite a bit, there's a cave system. A couple of mountain caves that will take you right up into this immense colossi.
I'll look over at Zoe. Is there a cave?
Pardon me?
A cave going down through, like, right over there. Maybe that's how we get
Are you
in.
asking if I see it?
Are you familiar with this place? Like, do you know if there's
I'm not
caves in this
familiar with
mountain that we can use? Okay. Well, let's see if we can get back to the others and find a cave. That might be our way in. Worst case scenario, maybe we can make one.
I apologize, Gaunt. I am not from this area. I was given this mission and brought here to meet you all, or help you all. Anyway, I agree, let's get back to the others.
The others are just gathering around, having taken a good look at this giant mechanical creature.
So, like I was saying, this reminds me of the time that I was in this twisted factory almost.
Oh, not Jimmy Wonko again. Come on. You
Listen,
tell that story
this is-
every Christmas. I don't even know what Christmas is.
I don't know either.
Well, why do you keep bringing it up around Yule?
No, I bring it up around different people, not just you all.
Anyway, look, they're coming back.
What'd you find?
We think we can bypass the barrier if we can find a cave.
All right.
All right, so we're going spelunking.
Fun.
Lead the way. And with that, you start heading toward a mountain cave through a fissure that will take you deeper into the range and in, hopefully, to the ancient colossi known as Landro. But folks, I think that's a great place for us to call game for tonight. A bit shorter than last time, but it does get us right up there into the colossi for next episode for a nice little dungeon crawl inside of a giant robot, which you can't beat that. It's my favorite. Honestly, there are very few things that made me as happy looking through this book as seeing that we had a dungeon crawl inside of a giant robot.
I think we got a lot done tonight. Like, we almost had a fight over bigotry. We rescued Gaunt from falling off a cliff. We brokered peace between two groups who hadn't figured out how to see eye to eye. We got a thing we needed to go get in there and get the other thing.
We made Willy Wonka canon.
Like, we got like all the in-between stuff kind of done.
And we saw
And so now we can just dungeon crawl. And there's a lot of puppy. Because
there was a lot of puppy
goddamn,
tonight.
he's cute.
He's very cute. He is like suspiciously cute. But everybody on this channel is suspiciously cute, especially y'all. So now I'm suspicious of you.
Something to the audience, Teddy?
Yeah. I'm kind of thinking I might have to cover the rug in my office
Batting them
thoroughly
out.
with puppy pads before he gets here, because this is like a brand new rug.
Oh yeah, my
The one in the living room, I don't care about. It's ancient and falling apart. The one in here, I kind of care about.
Hi.
Right. All right. So, folks, what's he want to do?
He was wanting to yeet himself off me.
And now he's complaining.
He complains about everything. Hey, folks, big thank you to everybody who supports us. Thank you to Bookwyrm Games. I hope you have a great time tomorrow over at Kelowna Comic-Con Yule. Everybody go see them. Also, a big thank you to our patrons at patreon.com/dorktales who keep the lights on in here. There's going to be so much stuff coming your way really soon because I have to do a lot of editing before the end of the month, which is tomorrow. Crap. But then we are going to be, I'm going to be doling out a ton of stuff. Plus you get, Descent into Avernus on Tuesday. Big thank you to you. You guys are amazing. Thank you to our divine producers, my mom and my stepdad, and Shicon Day Vermillion. Our demonic producers, Sorcerer Sanguine, our wizards of the Patreon, Tammy the Forever Cleric, the Ink Goblin Crush, Urquhart, and Big Nut, our Monster Maker Soul Omen, and our High Council of the Patreon, Taryn, Dustin, Amberthist, Raven with Baubles, Chef Eladeth, LaRook, Mike Baxter, Brian Kaler, Nerdy Metal Gent, Grumpy Owl, Cody, and David Annable. You guys are amazing. Thank you for making my life and for just being just amazing. I can't say amazing enough when it comes to you guys. And with that, we'll see you next week with Vecna, Eve of Ruin. Be sure to come back on Sunday for the first episode of Cold Iron, a new Dork Tales epic. We'll see you later. Good night, everybody.